And we're back on the road from a little pit stop. The continuation. So, you were saying?
I was saying, in hindsight, I'm not really surprised that of almost anything at the Creation Museum. None of the armed guards, all of this, because were we really going in here expecting this to be a bastion of morality and Jesus, actual, like, real Jesus type stuff and philosophy? Is that really what Christianity today even stands for? But what I'm trying to say is Jesus would really not have anything to do with armed guards guarding his temples or anything like that. Are we surprised that Christians, especially evangelical Christians, are not following by that sort of philosophy?
Yeah, any time a Christian says something offensive to me or says or does anything offensive to me, I always be sure to say thank you for showing me Christ's love.
Yes, or just say how very Christian of you.
Yeah. But no, what I was going to say is we were talking about in the so I can get this on video because we were talking about it in the
gas station, at the pit stop.
At the pit stop. Any other museum, for example, when I went to not the Natural History Museum, when I went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, I had my camera backpack and my jacket with me, and I had it around my back, and they said, "Could you please take that off for us?" or something to that effect.
Oh, that's why you put that back.
It was very polite, and of course, I mean, with perfect reason, because they don't want you to have a backpack on and then like turn around and accidentally knock over a case with priceless, works of art in it. This place, they show up with 3 armed guards and be like, did you not understand that there was no filming in any part of the just like complete assholes about it, basically. I mean,
and it also wasn't like they walked up and were just like, "Excuse me, could you not record? I mean, this is we asked you not to," which I don't remember. They only said don't videotape any of the staff, which I didn't.
Well, in their defense, I did hear them say don't film any of the staff or any of the video.
Okay, I must have missed it. Hey, I was
get that mixed up.
I was wrong to do it. And I don't have a problem with deleting the stuff. What I did have a problem, yeah, because I was sitting there and all of a sudden I had 3
surround.
Well, yeah, three guys with 2 of them had full police gear, handcuffs, mace. One of them had a taser, but all of them had guns ranging from a 9mm to a .45. So, and they didn't say excuse me. They just stood. They were just there all of a sudden, standing over me, going, "Hey!" I'm like, "Oh shit!" So.
And there's an asshole here.
But I don't know. In a way, maybe it's because I just sort of, we were pressed for time, so I was like run and gun with a camera. I took pictures of like every single little thing, and I read very little of the actual little plaque things, but I took pictures of pretty much everything as far as that goes. But I almost felt like, sort of like after hearing all the sort of typical creationist crap, I almost felt like disappointed. Like, I've kind of heard this all before. But it's interesting how much emphasis they place on like the flood geology, because all that shit's been so like completely blown out of the water. Like the flood geology, and not that they care that it's been blown out of the water, but also the thing is when you first come in, or one of the first exhibits after you go through like the tunnel of doom with the black lights.
Yeah. Like modern society rejects the Bible.
No, just before that, you go in.
Oh,
and
right,
it's the
yeah.
paleontologist, and it's like a recreation of a dig site, and they're based. I was kind of listening to the video on and off in between, everybody discussing, and it was like, so-and-so paleontologist over here looks from it from this point of view, and I start from a different point of view over here. It's like different starting points lead to different conclusions, and it's like, so what you're saying is your methodology is just complete bullshit. You start from a foregone conclusion and then try and rationalize around it. Oh, okay. It's like, it's so fundamentally unsound, in terms of its approach. But you know, it's just like in the all that it displays of like man's reason, God's word, man's reason, God's word, and it's like we didn't just. Scientists didn't just dream this up. They didn't like, how could we deny God? Because we're evil, scientists who hate Jesus and stuff. So we're gonna invent the Big Bang.
It's like, no, give us the reason. Did God create us with reason, and our reason is from Him?
It's like there's. This is what the evidence said, and it's like they do all this, extravagant work of trying to force and just pull shit out of their ass.
The mental gymnastics it takes to square a foregone conclusion with the evidence.
That reminds me, on my phone, what did I do with my phone? I just had it.
Yeah, my battery's on the red now.
Well, let's get this in, because the quote of the day belongs to Peter.
Okay,
what was your explanation of how this all seemed when we were standing in when we first got in there?
Fucking oppressive.
No. You said it was something fucking a something.
Okay. What the Creation Museum is, imagine that the American Natural History Museum fucked a nativity scene, and this was their bastard offspring. That's what the Creation Museum was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got that on video.
Woo!
My card's full too now.